Hey guys, welcome back. It's been a while. Today I want to review for you both the iTaste MVP and the original iTaste variable voltage that you see here. This one is a cube shape, and this one, as you can see, is a box mod. First, let's talk about the MVP. This one you can get for about $65, just about any vendor online right now. This has a 2600 mAh battery. So we're talking about a powerhouse. This tends to last me 5 or 6 days, and that's with a lot of use, trying to get to know it a bit and so that I could review it. Very flush button. You can feel it when you do this. You can feel where the button is, but it is really quite flush. 510 connection. Very mirrored top, as you can see. Mine is smeared because I just put lotion on. Very mirrored top, and the same with the bottom is very mirrored. One of the cool things about this mod for people that have a lot of different accessories like an iPhone or an iPad is that the charger that comes with it also functions as a charging station for your phone, your iPod, etc. by using the USB here. If you wanted to charge your phone or whatever, you would place this button to on, which is for the output when this will be charging something that you have. And yes, this way, Justine, come on. Okay, and then you would charge your phone or whatever, whichever one of these mini USB or this big one. I don't even know what this is for. I think it's the iPhone, isn't it? I have no idea. This is not a function that means anything to me because it doesn't fit into any of the accessories that I have. I don't have Mac products, really. Okay. So then all the other time, you're just going to keep this little button here in the off position. And when you want to charge your MVP, this will be either put into the USB on your computer or into a wall-mounted USB plug. And then you would plug it in right here. Okay, now, had I had this plugged into the wall, when I plugged this in, the light here should have went green, yellow, red. Then it would have stayed on green until it was fully charged, and then the light would go off and you'd know that it's charged. I can't charge mine. See, mine is on the yellow setting right now. And I cannot charge it because there is something wrong either with the seating here or with the mini USB here. I plug it in, it does nothing. I've tried wiggling it, I've tried slapping it, nothing works. So basically this has become useless within a very short period of time. I've only had it about a month. Other than that, it will take ego threading, any kind of 510 threading. If you want to use something like, let me see, something like one of these, what are these called? They're bottom coil. I know some of them go by Phoenix, other ones are CE5, I believe. You can use this, I call it a skirt. I don't know if it's a skirt, a collar, I don't know what it is. But just screw that sucker on there, like so. And it does have venting holes. It has 2 of them, 1 on each side. And then it kind of, just, I guess, camouflages some of your cardo there. I don't know. To me, it's kind of wonky and weird because it's like too big. And it hangs off right here, which is kind of like bizarre. Now, this does have a puff counter, And to get that, you would just press the button there. What does that even say? I can't even say. How many puffs did I have? 336. Now, that is 336 since the last time I shut this off and then turned it back on. If it dies and you recharge it, it's going to hold how many puffs you had. This, to me, is another completely useless function. I don't care how many puffs I've had. I just care how long this battery is lasting me. And as I said earlier, it's lasting on average of about 5 to 6 days. Your voltage buttons are right here. Okay, it goes from, it's very hard for me to see. Can't see what I'm doing. 3 volts, 3.3 volts, all the way up to, I believe, it's 5. Let me see. Yep, 3.3 volts up to 5. The reason why I wasn't positive about that is because I don't vape at a high voltage. Okay, it's very, very heavy. It is really solid and well made. One friend did have an issue with this. Listen. That is the voltage buttons. They're just a little bit loose in the housing there. That didn't bother me at all. What bothered me, aside from now I can't charge it, this button is so hard to find. And sometimes you think you're hitting it, but you're not. You're really on the casing around it. And I also have had problems with it showing that it's firing with the light on, but I'm getting no power to my cartomizer or atomizer. It's happened quite a bit. I think maybe the button just isn't as touch sensitive as it should be, that the light would go on, but I'd get no power, but I really don't know. Now we have the original iTaste. This is a cube, and like the MVP, it also has like this mirrored display, and like the MVP, it also has a puff counter. Okay, again, useless, right? Now, the one thing different between these two with the buttons is that this one you just touch it like very quickly and it goes on. With this one you kind of have to hold it for a second. And I like that. These buttons on this feel a lot more sturdy to me. So, the voltage on this goes from 3.3 up to 5, just like the MVP. I believe the price of this is almost exact to the price of this. This one, however, does not have any funky charging thingies. It has one of these, okay, one of those actions. This can either plug into your computer, or again, it can plug into a wall-mounted USB. And then it's got, I think, is this DC? Is that what that's called? I'm not sure. That just plugs into here, and boom. It will cycle red, yellow, green, yellow, red, and then go to green, and once it's charged, the light goes off. Again, will fit any 510, will fit any Ego, and this button, unlike the MVP, is raised. It's a little bit raised. Not so much that it's sticking out too far, just enough that you know that you're touching that button. This button seems to be a lot more sensitive, a lot more comfortable for me, and because this is only 800 mAh, it lasts maybe 5 to 6 hours of pretty steady vaping, whereas this lasts 5 to 6 days. To turn it on and off, 3-button press. Now it's, and sometimes that doesn't work. 2, 3. No, sometimes I'm having a problem with it shutting off for me. Yep. Maybe it's 5. No, it was 3, because now it shut off after the 3rd time. It's very bizarre. I don't know why it's doing that. See if we got it back on. See? There it went back on. Same for this. 3-button on-off. And really, that is all the functionality that you're going to get out of these. They're basically exactly the same, except for this having all these, you know, charging thingamajiggies. You know, I guess if you're on the road and your phone dies, oh, look, I can charge my phone off of this. The charging seems to take a lot longer because I tried it with my daughter's iPod. A lot longer charging from this than it would from, you know, a wall-mounted thingy. I have to say, I would choose this over this any day. It's nice and light, whereas this is very heavy. It doesn't have the battery life, but it has a much more comfortable button. And doesn't have anything unnecessary, like these ports here. I just find them very unnecessary. It doesn't exactly sit like flush either. You see it kind of does that. That's because of the on-off switch under here. This one, to me, you're getting the same stuff as this, but in a much smaller, and for me, much more comfortable package. So I go for the iTaste variable voltage. You may go for the iTaste MVP for its sturdiness. And look, it says, taste it, love it. I really think that should be removed. It's a little bit silly. It says iTaste MVP on this side, which I'm fine with. But taste it, love it? No. Don't want to taste it and love it. I want to love this one. So that is my take on Innokin's MVP and the original iTaste. I hope some of this has helped you in some way. And if it has, please let me know by leaving me a comment, because I love getting comments. And until next time, vape your face off. And there's my hand saying goodbye.